I just confirmed the survey. 1212. Ali Masa, please.
You're muted. You mustn't push. You mustn't push.
Team sheets. Are we doing team sheets? We started with home. Away. I'm not doing each number. I'll spin like 3 forwards and 4 backs.
That's cute. And remember,
Yeah. For sure. With like a slide. Actually, now you know me, man. Away.
okay, you ready?
Wait.
Going in. Okay, stand by. Good.
Good evening, folks at home, local and abroad. Welcome to a night that will echo through the annals of club rugby history. Tonight, under the shadows of the colossal structure, which is DHL Stadium in Greenpoint, we witness a momentous celebration, the 150th anniversary of Hamilton's Rugby Club. For 1.5 centuries, this proud club has stood as a testament to the grit, passion and unyielding spirit of rugby. From humble beginnings with W.Y.T. Phillip, who was the first captain and president on March 14, 1875, together with J.R. Wiley, Walter Searle and Charles Johnston, to producing legends who have donned the national jersey, like the likes of Hassie Versveld, Charles Brown and Roy Dryburgh. Hamiltons have always exemplified the heart and soul of this great game. And as the crowd is assembled on the grandstand and Sagistone Bar with the players about to take onto the field, we are not just celebrating a century and a half of triumphs, we are also honoring a legacy that has shaped the very fabric of rugby in this province. This evening is more than just a match, but rather a tribute to the blood, sweat and tears that have paved the way for future generations. So sit back, buckle up and get ready for an unforgettable evening. The past, the present, and the future of Hamilton's Rugby Club all converge right here tonight in Greenpoint. This is history in the making, and it's only just the beginning. My name is Setu Time, and I'm flying this plane solo this evening. I'm glad to be a pilot. As we moments away from the first team, as currently you can see, just moments away from the end of the second team game, scores are 19 points to 7 of the home side. Hamilton's Rugby Club who will enjoy this luxurious victory up against their main rivals. An interesting fact about myself though, folks at home, this happens to be my first game this year. It's good to be back in the microphone. It's good to be back with GSN 2025, a new season, same class. That is GSN, urging all members to continue supporting, urging all new members who are yet to join us to like, share, subscribe on our YouTube channel for what is emphatic club rugby right here in the Western Cape. As much as this is pre-season, but this won't be a friendly. And as we can quickly skim through the team sheets, False Bay having a rather topsy-turvy pre-season, having lost to Helderberg a few weeks ago, 43-40 in Constantia. But how are they set up this evening? Up front, Ethan Wasserfall, Matt James and Tariq Allen will be heading the front row together with Alec Young, Mikhail Hotmeyer in the lock partnership. Thabo Ngongo, who was a captain, a former Westville Boys High player, straight from Durban, captain's armband last year. This time he opens up with the open side flanker. Kanya Ngusana, SA Schools player, also had a stint with soccer. Racha at 8th man for False Bay. Mitch Liberta, a Bishop's All Boy, right here, looking to add some impetus in the forward pack for False Bay. Mike Taylor, Dylan Frelink will be the 9-10 partnership for False Bay. Connor Ross, Eli Mens will be the centre partnership this evening with Ridar Harris, Daniel Hayes with Luke Jacobs, who's a sports marketing specialist. Can he specialise a victory this evening for False Bay? Because Constantia is quite a distance away from Greenpoint. And as we move on to the home side, Reese van Eerden, Abri Couture, Nick Rubik starting up front for Hamilton's. Friedel Vich and Reese Fulford rushing in the lock partnership, and Edwin Janssen, Lance Lamprecht and Edrich Viljoen will be completing that forward pack for Hammy's first team side. Zander Boete and Tian Boetes will be the combination for 9 and 10 in the axis for the home side. And of course, with Conor van Eerden applying his trade right now for the Pumas in the SA Cup, making way for Tian Boetes, also a former Southern Kings and Pumas player between 2019 and 2022, looking to add his experience in the Western Province Super League A. JP Lewis, the man, the myth, the legend in that left wing with the captain's armband, the former Western Province and Pumas player right here for Hamilton's. Another year for the experienced left winger Christian Zitzman, who won the most improved senior player last year for Hamilton's, will be keeping that inside centre position, but he'll be partnered by Carl Lamb as well as Meyer Retief at the back, covering those kicks that are certainly coming from False Bay Mike Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, if you thought that Friday would be a public holiday, I would suggest you join us here at Hamilton's Rugby Club as we are about to experience, be entertained, the great club rugby that has to offer us here in the Western Cape. As we just wait for the second team, the final whistle, 19 points to 7, it still remains in favour of the hosts. Russia on the A field. What a time, what a moment, what a league. The Western Province Super League A. Of course, this league has made a couple of professional players. Garth April, who also won the Gold Cup, formerly known as the Community Cup, with Durban a couple of years ago, but now who seems to be back with Boeland And that's the final whistle for the second team game. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to experience some turbulence. And also a special mention to our Muslim viewers back at home. Happy Ramadan. I think right now you can have your supper. Alhamdulillah. Special mention as well for Global Sport Network, making sure that you do not miss any action from what Western Province has to offer as far as club rugby is concerned. One thing about passion, it will sort out fatigue. One thing about passion, it will make you remember but your glory days. But right now, you need your glory days to come back this evening, because it's a very, very important year for Hamilton's, the oldest rugby club in the country. After them, they're joined by villages just down the road in Claremont. Two of the oldest rugby clubs in the country. 3 weeks away from the start of the new season, 2025. Can you feel it? Unimall this weekend will be playing Kels River. Public holiday on Friday, hence the fixture in this Wednesday evening between False Bay and Hamilton's. Some big names in the Hamilton squad though. A lot of former professionals, advocates here, who was the captain in 2023, a Paul Russ alumni, starting for Hamilton's. And as False Bay make their way onto the park, led by their inspirational captain Thabo Ngongo, a Westville Boys High, oh boy. And of course I've got some fond memories of KZN. Broadcasted a number of games in Westville before I made the move to Cape Town. Hamilton's with the traditional red, black and gold stripe playing from your right to left on your screens. And as False Bay with their army green, white strip and red playing from your left to right. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor and a privilege to be part of what will be an auspicious occasion, the 150th anniversary for Hamilton's Rugby Club. Moments away from the kickoff, False Bay will be starting the matters from your left to right. The official taking charge of this game, the highly experienced official of Western Province, Lionel Farao, the man with the most difficult job in this very, very enticing fixture this evening. Who else is joining the likes of Monty Dumont after this season? Who else is joining the likes of Garth April after this season? Who else is joining? Almost says to say to Timmy, but to the action. Frylink gets us underway. Down the throat of Hammies, well collected over the 22. A safe restart from Hammies, a show and go from Nick Rubek, highly experienced tight head for Hamilton's. At the base, Zander Boita. False Bay looking to be very aggressive in the early stands of this first half. Looking for touch. It's Mark Taylor with his first touch. Under it, Luke Jacobs. Can he specialize his way? He runs across, back inside pass for False Bay. Still in possession of the visitors. Out while they go, Frylink. Show and go from the captain. Ngongo, happy to keep possession. Out wide. Mitch Labert with his first carry. Taylor, outward. Looking for Ridor. Harris, unable to dodge raindrops right there. Flirting with the 10-meter line, still in Hammer's territory. Lance Lamprecht will have to watch his tackle hut. The laws have changed. They've become stricter. The sternum is a no-go area. Taylor, out wide, sumptuous pass to Connor Ross. Stalwart for False Bay. Oh, very unfortunate from False Bay, just losing possession there, but Hammies will be happy to keep possession. Lamprecht, halfway line. Show and go from Rubik. Still in the half, those Hammies. They get over. Buerta. Looking for Rubik, finds him. Playing all the rugby in the halfway line. In possession is Hammies, but we are going to go back though for that early infringement. Well, it's clear that False Bay are not going to shy away from contact. They're not going to shy away from physicality. They're much aware of their results in the previous games, because right now Hamiltons do have their tails up.
Here we go, there's my mark.
Still in the halfway line.
Yeah.
And they will enjoy the feed on the home side, courtesy of the feed, Zander Buerta.
Ear to ear, hey?
Interesting fact about Zander Buerta. Had a stint with the CUT in the Varsity Cup.
Right, let's stand up.
A Grey Bloom old boy.
Right, you guys are responsible
Of course.
for space, eh?
We all know about Grey Bloom and the talent that comes out of that institution.
Make sure. Space this way.
It will be very interesting to see Rhys van Eerden, Abri Kutsia, Nick Rubik up against Ethan Wasserfall, Matt James and Tariq Allen of False Bay in this first scrum. Just under 3 minutes in this first half. It's only pre-season by title, but trust me, the shoulders will be numb after the 80 minutes.
Both sides there. Both in there. Both in there.
Just having a restart, ladies and gentlemen. The weather conditions have
You wait for me. I'll show you.
become a bit moist underfoot. Scorcher of a day in the afternoon. Of course, winter is flirting with the mother city.
Locks in.
So the dew is announcing itself. So it will be a bit slippery underfoot.
Coach.
But scrum time, we have to maintain safety.
Sit. Stay there.
Well, scrum penalty for Hammies. Dropping the band is the call. Hamiltons will be very pleased with that result, because right now Mike Taylor will just make sure that they are deep into False Bay territory for the first time in this half. It creeps over the 22-meter line for the home side. Abricus here. Very accurate in the lineouts. Goes to the back. He finds full forward. Rolling maul initiated. Hamilton's luxurious opportunity. Kutsia breaks off the maul. He goes on his own. Yeah, he pops it over. Oh my word. Extorting the blind side is Abricus here, using his experience to score first year for Hamilton's. Sorry folks, can't confirm as yet as who the try scorer is. Phenomenal try, set piece from Hamilton's. Abricus here, ever as accurate in the lineouts, finding Rhys full forward.
We only have 60, eh?
And Friedel Vich scores the first try for Hamilton's. He won Player of the Year in 2015. He's looking to make sure that he replicates that performance this season. Two points added. The extras have been added. 7 points to nil, courtesy of Friedel Vich, the try scorer. Tian Boertis, who'll be happy that he's donning the number 10 jersey, as of course Connor van Eerden plying his trade with the Pumas in the SA Cup up in Nelspruit. Dylan Fralink, deep restart, calling for the mark. Here we go. Still the 22. Puertas. Oh, that's a lovely kick downfield. Not a whisk of a breeze. Looking to take it quickly is Luke Jacobs, but does the smart thing and keep it in there. They're still in Hammy's territory. Matt James with his first throw of the day. Took over. Sumptuous throw. Out wide. The crowd is crying for offside, but Connor Ross will just take it up here. The try scorer, Vich, cleans up for Hammy's under pressure in the 22.
Here we go. Offside.
Puerta. Oh, lovely hands from Hamilton. Back inside. Was it high? Edrich Viljoen. Hammies gets over the 22. Courtesy of a full forward. Same side they go. Zitzman charged down. Player is the call, but we are going to go back for that early infringement against False Bay. Offside is the call. Well, of course, False Bay are very much eager to make those hits, but they just need to make sure they're behind the last man's feet. Preserving the energy is of paramount importance in this early stanza of the first half. It's another lovely kick. Oh my goodness, Tian Puertas showing his experience. A former Southern Kings and Pumas fly-off. Now showing his experience right here for Hammies. He's very much close to DHL Stadium. He'll be sure looking to get back up in there. Lovely play, Hamilton's over the advantage line. Puerta out wide looking for options. Tian Puerta is smothered by Constantia jerseys. Same side. Try scorer Vich evades one, unable to get over the advantage line. Does he do well to keep the ball? Tabo Ngongo take a bow. Oh, beg your pardon, that was Kanya Nusane who stole that ball for False Bay. Now decisions have to be made.
Just there.
Beautiful steal here from the 8th man, Kanya Nusane, former SS Schools player. Is the tall, lanky 8th man for False Bay. Winning a penalty for the travelling side, creeping over the 22-metre line. Pressure here for Matt James to find his jumpers. Coach Robbie
Keep that space. 5, keep that
screaming
space
for the ball
open.
there. Of course, he won Coach of the Year last year, so he'll be looking to make sure he adds on to it. Beautiful throw, Matt James finding Mikael Hofmeyer. Exposes False Bay, and they lose the ball. Oh, that's a coach killer. Puerta. On his own, Puertas does well to evade the chaser.
Yeah.
Still trapped in the 22s, Hamilton's. Oh, that's a sumptuous kick downfield.
Guys.
Hamilton's breathe a huge sigh of relief. Not exactly sure what happened in that rolling maul because Matt James did find his jumper.
Line.
Disruption happened in the rolling maul, losing position back to Hamilton's. Still in half though, is the home side. Matt James, stolen by Frido. The captain, JP Lewis. Oh, gets over, he's still going, it's JP Lewis looking for support. Back inside, he will find Edwin Janssen, the co-captain. Oh my word, JP Lewis, burst of acceleration. He's like a bar of soap in a shower, just don't drop it. Fantastic play by the captain, leading by example. Of course, we do know that he's a highly experienced left winger. Is JP Lewis, another stalwart who's had a fair share in the Western Province colours and Pumas in Nelspruit. His favourite moment in Hamilton was scoring a hat-trick on his debut. Well, he almost scored a try in his first touch in this first half.
Right, listen up.
Close. False Bay
Bind.
under severe pressure here. Enemy of their own progress.
There, sliding in. We're sliding in there, huh? Oh, that's your guys.
Of course, it is a bit dewy underfoot, so making sure players are safe in the scrums. The hookers, Abri Kutsia and Matt James, just making sure that stability is adhered to.
Right. Listen up. Close.
Ladies and gentlemen, I thought I was flying this plane solo, but an old Dalian just decided to just come through and rock up in the cockpit. Mr. Nick Air, the legendary Nick Air.
Thank you, Siseti. Apologies, guys. We had some parking problems, a few TV mishaps upstairs. You know, I am the manager of the restaurant, and you have no idea the parking chaos. It is absolutely packed upstairs, downstairs. Geez, the beers are flowing. What a beautiful evening it is here tonight, Siseti. And nice little kickoff here for the season.
100%. I mean, of course, the views back at home, I just made them know that this will not be a friendly, not a preseason game.
Balls available, it's fine, balls available.
It is a highly anticipated fixture. Hamilton's are celebrating 150 years of existence. Because right now, Hamilton's with the proud. JP Lewis got that offside, or rather forward pass. We are going to go back just to make sure that we cool down the boys.
Good play here, and of course Hammies with the 7-pointer straight off the bat. You know, the guys have been training really hard. This is where
Just hold your weight if you
Robbie Ulifi will be really priding himself, and Coach Hein will be like, listen, we really need to make sure that we have a good solid scrum.
Close.
As
Bind.
Dylan Freilink, the province player,
Stay there.
gets us underway once again. Mike Taylor waiting patiently, and it's a great scrum from the Hammies boys. I think it is Philbert who comes away with it once again. Brilliant from Hammies. Meaning business here today. Just couldn't take the pressure. And False Bay concede a penalty. Tian Botas, the man with the golden boot.
Get back, you guys all in
We
front.
see many hours kicking here. I mean, look at that. Jeez, the timing of the ball, absolutely beautiful. Moved down from the Pumas here not too long ago, and has made a real impact with some of the stalwarts here. Christian Zitzman outside him. What a play he is. Arbikatsia finds the back, and they decide to give it a good little shove. Arbikatsia once again. And at this time,
That one in front, but you're not binded.
obstruction, says the referee, and it is False Bay who come away with a penalty.
The lock there, you in the head of the...
Well, it is a bit helter-skelter. It's an arm wrestle. 7 points up on the home side, but False Bay can just keep their heads held up high. Enemies of their own progress, but doing just enough to win that penalty, because Hamilton's have got a very clear agenda this evening.
They clearly do. They want to really make a statement here tonight. It is the 150th year. Stadio Hamilton's 150-year celebration happening right here. We had the magnificent Friday night, the 150 gala. If you weren't here, you weren't.
Sumptuous. Matt James, Connor Ross, two upright, Freilink. Well, usually a fly half, but right now he will be at the scrum of position. Happy to control matters, looking for the pod. Finding Mitch Labert. False Bay. Looking to play their phases, but they are going to be happy with that penalty advantage, but now decisions have to be made.
Big decisions. It's quite a kickable penalty, but this is a pre-season game, and the guys really want to get into their rhythm, so going for the corner and touchline makes a lot of sense.
Well, looks like Ridar Harris heard exactly what you just said. Now going for the touch makes a lot of sense, and he does find a luxurious touch finder. Just creeps over the 22. Some great real estate here for False Bay. Matt James, accurate the line outs. The main jumper has been Mitch Labert. This time goes over. Ngongo looking to clean up, but unfortunately, well, there's not even a slight wink of a breeze this evening, so maybe a lack of concentration.
I think Hamilton's kind of read that, got in the way of the jumper, and not straight either. You know, once you get people in the air, you put the line out thrower, the hooker, under a lot of pressure, and that's exactly what Hammies did right there. You know, if you've got numbers in there, you're going to make sure that you put everybody under a lot of pressure.
And of course, the main starter last season, Jacques, and also Boy, you're just making his way past here. He'll be itching to get here for the first team. Played in the second team is a former SS Schools player.
Sit.
Scrum FIFA's on the Buerta. It's a massive scrum from Hamilton's. Still in possession of home side, Buerta. Oh, does find a player right now, my goodness. They are finding the gaps. Is Hamilton's a show and go. Connor Ross doesn't make any meters, but out wide we go again. Another show and go. Wasn't high. A play on is the call. They have to make sure they keep possession, and the pods have to work overtime right now. Reese van Eerden, the GIS analyst, analyzing that tackle, does very well to stop False Bay, who find themselves being driven back a great number of meters and conceding a penalty. Great work rate from the try scorer. Friedel Wich does well enough to stop that momentum from False Bay.
Friedel, what an absolute stalwart of a player. And you can just see he was so quick onto that ball. But a lot of passes not going to hand or going a little bit awry for False Bay. But the pressure here coming from Hammies, absolutely insane, especially at scrum time. I thought they were a little bit unlucky there. It looked like the pressure couldn't be held by False Bay, and Waterhofer ducks back right now as Hammies power on into the False Bay's half.
Abricus finds a full forward. Out wide we go. Here's Buertas. Sumptuous pass. Finding Carl Lamb. Buerta to the former captain. Happy to get over the advantage line. Hamilton's slowing down. Here comes Buertas. Oh, straight to Mary Teeth. Not many meters made, but here comes Buertas again. Back inside. Oh, here comes work rate. Vich. Well, you can tell that in December he wasn't eating like the most of us. He was working. Is the former player of the year. Out wide they go. Numbers are calling, but False Bay scrambling for dear life and making sure they shut down that opportunity.
Penalty
Playing
advantage.
under advantage.
Penalty advantage. They can have a go now, can Hammies.
Van Eerden does very well to exploit the open side. Looking for the outside the back door pass, but unfortunately doesn't get to hand. But they are enjoying some opportunities here. Is Hamilton's applying so much pressure.
And right here we can see Coach Ulufi saying, go for the corner. We're not taking points yet. We also want to make sure we get into a bit of rhythm. As Dave Kager, the president, looks up at us here. He had a wonderful time on Friday night at the gala. As he overcooks that.
Well, very unfortunate. He's a former Southern Kings flower. He'll be very, very upset with that effort. But of course, he just reminded us that he's human.
Everybody is, and everybody does make mistakes. He doesn't want to make mistakes in the Super League A. These are the times to make your mistakes.
For sure.
Pre-season games. And what a wonderful evening it has been.
Oh, beautiful.
We had all four of the open sides playing. The Wild Dogs, third, seconds, and now the first. Got a lot of, seen quite a few False Bay legends here coming to support their team all the way from the other side of the mountain.
Hammies on the prowl. Tian Portis, put your ball in the air. It's hanging. Back in possession is Mary Teeth. Stolen yet again by False Bay. Still in their half. Down they go is Mark Taylor. Just finding
Get out. There we go.
chance.
Well done.
Travis Ismail. What a sumptuous pass.
Get out,
Kick
get
downfield.
out.
Well, it's a bit of a haywire right now. It's a hot potato. Nobody wants the ball.
Offsides, playing on the offsides, knock on. And a little bit of a scattered play there, but I think everybody trying to also just play a little bit of territory. Make sure you play in the right areas of the field.
I mean, of course, this is a big game, as much as the title will be a pre-season. But of course, would you think the coaches are still looking for combinations?
Oh, 100%. There's a lot of the players here, the Hammies are looking to find their way into the first team. Of course, they play it as a squad system, so a lot of them will know each other.
Musane at the back. The captain, Ngongo. Oh, very unfortunate from False Bay. The ball just went loose there for a second. Another lapse in concentration. They haven't been having the greatest of pre-seasons thus far.
Yeah, and I really thought he might have been away at the, at the moment there. But unfortunately, just knocking it on once again. Just passes not going to hand. And you'd expect this at this time of the season. Passes not sticking. But you can't blame the conditions.
Nah, there's nothing happening there tonight. Just a bit of dew underfoot. That's all.
An absolute cracking evening.
Sumptuous weather conditions. DHL Stadium. The landscape of this beautiful view right here. If there's one thing I can never get over, it's just the view right here in Hamilton.
And with the stadium, it just kind of tips it off, you know. As the short arm goes to False Bay, and they'll be really angry about that, little Hammies.
Musane, you can see, just trying to add his impetus here. Gets over 22. Thabo Ngongo. Still. Well, the ball is out, and Hamilton's, they are not defending, they are hunting for that ball. Helter-skelter stuff right now. The home side back in possession. They've got numbers on the open side. Zitzman, outward to Lewis. Oh, he was just unable to handle the ball. At least he had 5 meters there to earn valuable meters here for Hamilton's. What the intention is clear from Hamilton's. Fast pace, use your skill, dominate as quickly as possible.
Yeah, and you'd expect Hammies to take that opportunity and go. And like we say, we just probably just clearing out some of the cobwebs. There's one thing to pass the ball at training, and there's another thing when there's players in front of you in a game situation. But they'll sort that out. I think they just kind of rushed that a little bit. They should have just taken their time a bit more. But the intent is there. The intent is there to play. And I think we're still in for a really exciting game here.
Well, Reese van Eerden, loosened position for Hamilton, has done very well to start off Hammies. 2023. He was camping the second team. Did very well to earn his position, his opportunity to be in the first team. I think it's a graduation because he is a GIS analyst by trade, so maybe he analysed his way to the first team.
I had no idea. So he's a clever man too, but
Very
they always
smart.
say the tighties are the cleverest guys. The backs are the best looking.
Apparently they put on makeup before the game, right? Mr. A, can you confirm?
Not me, but I've heard of some weirdos.
Oh, Nicky, what a legend.
There's a big pressure coming again here from Hammies again, and
Farling.
popping straight up once again, and another penalty, and
Terry
let's go Hammies!
Under severe pressure, but here we go. It's Lars Lambrecht. Missed the pass to Zander Porter. unable to penetrate over the whitewash, but Hamilton's with the tails up. They'll be smelling blood to extend their lead. Oh, well done, Friedel Vig. Did he do enough to keep possession? Unfortunately not.
Unfortunately, Friedel not able to grab it onto that, but what an absolute fantastic break from Lance Lambrecht. Yeah, and that's when you got the penalty, you just have a go, and see where you get to. And Lambrecht, geez, showed a clean pair of heels to a few.
Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely, and Butter did really well to keep up with them. And again, just the second last pass, just not going to hand and costing Hammies.
Just to also add on to Lance Lamprecht, that turn of pace, that was sensational as an eighth man. I mean, the first 10 meters, he was gone.
Absolutely. And what was great about it too, he looked for support. And Buerta's there. If you're a good scrum off, you support every line that you can. You make sure that you're always there for that last pass.
Go!
Otaniqua High, old boy. A lot of big names from Otaniqua. Talk about big names, how about a big call? Hamilton's hit another penalty in the scrums. I mean, of course, the dominance is quite clear in the scrums. Hamilton's have 2 up against 2-0, but of course, they do have the luxury of a 3-point, which is handed on a silver platter. But with the dominance in the forward pack, they are going to go for touch.
Well, this is the thing. I mean, you're not going to get any points after the game. You're going to start from scratch when the SLA starts in 3 weeks. So, make sure that you learn your lessons. 3 points means bugger all, yeah.
Kutsia with the 5-man, finding a full forward. The co-captain. Another rolling maul. They scored the first try from a rolling maul. They have to watch Abri Kutsia as he peels off on the blind side. Yeah. Oh my word! I spoke too late. They score yet another try.
Who comes up with it?
Exactly the same. It looks like it's Abri Kutsia. You can see with the high fives from the white scrum cap, the former captain, Paul Rust alumni, who has a master's from Stellenbosch. He mastered his way over the whitewash to extend the lead here for the home side.
And to say to what really made that try sensational was False Bay just came in from everywhere. Side, this and that. I thought definitely it was going to be collapsed, but somehow, miraculously, they got over the line. And definitely, I think there was going to be a penalty, but Aubrey could see.
Sure.
Geez, just such patience, and that's what makes a great hooker at the back. No panicking. Mongi Mbonambi is one of the best in the game. That was definitely Mbonambi-est, as we see Tian split the uprights. Geez, I've seen him do this many afternoons here.
I was just about to say, I'm
Hours
not sure.
and hours.
I was just about to say, I'm not sure if he studied the biology, because right now he just dissected the uprights into extending that lead for the home side. 14 points, 2-0 in favor of the home side. I mean, of course, this is a big year for Hamilton's. I remember
150.
when, for sure.
150th, yeah.
False Bay just need to keep their heads held up high here. They do get opportunities, just the execution a bit too over-eager in the green zone. Speaking of that, here they come. Oh my word. Connor Ross, yet another lapse in concentration. That has been the theme so far in the 30 minutes played in this first half. The former False Bay under 20, so he's been there in the systems, he's been there with the club from Constantia, so he knows the systems, he knows the avenues, but right now he just needs to stake his claim and make the number 12 jersey his.
Yeah, a lot of unforced errors. Well, Carlam also just, I don't know how he didn't catch that. I think you look at the replay and wonder how he didn't catch that either.
Yeah, we do tell under 9s always expect the ball. But False Bay still enjoying the luxury of possession just inside.
Watch the scrum
Hamley's
again,
territory.
Sassetti. Watch the scrum. There's the second shove coming once again. Freiling. And I tell you, there is nothing worse for a scrum off
You called it.
than going backwards
You called it.
from a scrum.
You called
just
it.
can never get any rhythm.
And I mean, of course, if you can't get your set pieces right, it's very rare that you win a game. So False Bay, the alarm bells are certainly ringing, not only in Constantia, but right here in the shadows of DHL Stadium, Greenpoint. Ethan Vasselfall, former VP under 21, having a tough time there against Nick Rubik.
Watch Tian Buertes here, standing behind the scrum. Which way is he going to look to go? Acres of space up to the left. Looking to go right. Big scrum once again.
Massive scrum yet again from Hamilton's, moving sideways, finding Buertes and JP Lewis on the goose. It is certainly loose, looking for support. Fender Bender, 1-2. Can you believe it? JP Lewis take a bow, son. Hamilton's in possession, deep in the 22, looking to extend their lead. Happy to take it slow is Hamilton's, courtesy of Rubik yet again after winning the scrum. How did he get there? Buerta, out wide, finding his pod. Hamilton's happy to play same side. Buerta yet again. He will find Phil Yoon.
JP Lewis is down. This is not good.
Oh, here we go. Zitzman, uncharacteristic scrum cap there. And I need to see his ginger hair. Playing on as a call. Ham is in possession. Piling up the phases. Slow call for Hamilton's. They'll be happy with being patient with attack. It's a lovely strong carry here. Reese, Fanny Eden. Atwa, there goes Zitzman. No, I beg your pardon, that is Buertes. Almost penetrating the False Bay defense, almost cut it in half.
Oh, what a passage of play. Listen here, JP Lewis being carried off the field. Geez, we hope it's not too bad. You know, every time that man gets the ball in hand, it just makes me smile, and he was unbelievable there once again. You know, just fending off, getting past his opposite number. And you see it, oh, jeez, this will be devastating for Hammy's 150th season. It looks pretty bad. Let's hope not. Good play once again from Hammies, but again, not able to finish it, and the unlucky obstruction happening once again in the centres. And
JP Lewis, he did mention that his favorite person in the club is Dave Kagan, solely for the purpose of positivity, power, and humility. Being carried off the park right now, he'll be looking to feed off those words from Dave Kagan. Because Hamilton's right now do have great real estate. Tian Buertes, the easiest of touch finders, getting on the 5-meter line.
Nassim Karim has come onto the field for JP Lewis. And this is just a few minutes ago, exactly where Hammies were.
Full forward has been the main recipient here for Hamilton's, but here we go! Hamilton's on the prowl. False Bay caught napping yet again in the rolling maul. Hamilton's with the tails up. The oldest club rugby, or rather the oldest rugby club in the country, Zitzman, scores for Hamilton's. It's just a battle of nutrition, it's a battle of skill, it's a battle of readiness of the Western Province Super League A that starts next month.
Well played from Hammies once again. Good setup, and Obikutsia breaking away, thinking that he might have got there himself for a double. And we like to see the ball go out, just 2 channels out, and Zitzman with the power to crash over once again.
What a player, Christian Zitzman. What a player. He won the Bob Clark Trophy in last year's prize given Hamilton's for the most improved backline player. So he's definitely got his tail up, and he's definitely looking to and some more impetus in this year for Hammies.
A great club man, always around us. Stephan Oval just splits it up once again.
What a kick.
You know, he
looks so easy.
He spends hours here in front of the clubhouse kicking to one pole. And if I tell you, probably half the time he hits that pole. It's consistent. Coming back to Zitzman, comes from a wonderful family. And you know, the brother actually bakes for us here. His sister-in-law, they do some running at the club, a real club man, and we are very privileged to have the Zitzmans around us.
Champion. Lovely restart here from Frowling, just creating some pressure for False Bay to chase, but Hammies will be happy to keep possession. Well, an unusual scrum off there, full forward, co-captain for Hammies. Still in possession, just outside their 22, they will be looking to exit.
Taken back.
And out while they go, not finding touch though, is Stephan Oval. Fralink, great position, happy to put boot to ball, hanging there for dear life. Who's there to catch? Oh, lovely take here from Mayor Retief, showing your experience. He's a former under-21 player for Western Province. Playing under advantage though is False Bay. They'll be happy with the scrum, but are they happy to scrum?
Not the way things have been going at the moment. They just need to get that ball in and out, that channel one straight to the back, get it out.
Well, it looks like it's overturned. It to be Hammy's feet.
Even better for him. Even dictated.
21 points to 0 it remains. Just over 2 minutes left to play in this first stanza. Well, it is a one-horse race.
What's Zitzman here going short?
Just standing further ahead of Boetes, who's looking to set up here for an A ball. They'll be looking to take it quickly though, because you can just see the substitute here, JP Lewis, has gone off. Unfortunately, hopefully it's not a serious injury, but rather a niggle. Zitzman takes it short to Carl Lamb. Mary had a little lamb, but Mary had to catch the ball. False Bay will be happy to keep possession. Ethan Wasserval doing a lot of work to make sure they keep that ball.
Dylan Frylink was an absolute robber there. Somehow he got in the way of the pass. Brilliant from Frylink.
Boetes, great position, but advantage in favor of the visitors. Well, I mean, of course, you 21 points to 0. Just over a minute to play in this first stanza. As a captain, Mr. A, your thoughts?
It's a pre-season game. Kick for touch. Get your lineouts going under pressure. Consolidate. Just put the phases together. I think what's happening with the Bay at the moment is they're just not able to get past 2-3 phases, and that's really costing them.
Just going back to your point that you just made, pre-season, you know when during practice they say just a shoulder check. After a few of those shoulder checks, and then all of a sudden score per stump.
I remember those practices. Jeez. One guy goes a little bit too hard, the other goes a little bit harder. Next thing you know, there's blood.
Oh, love it. Well, another throw here. Kamvam Gwali looks to have replaced Matt James in the hooking position. His first throw, he'll be happy to get that.
Great hands.
False Bay on the prowl. Tariq Allen cleaning up for False Bay. The captain, Nongo, head down. Fralink.
Now this is better. This is better from the Bay.
Now
they're starting
to keep possession.
Yeah, they're starting to keep possession now. They just need to now start getting themselves over the advantage line, because this Hammy's defense is pretty intense. Big pass.
Sumptuous pass. The pocket rocket, Daniel Hayes. He's been a spectator for most of the game. They need to make sure they give him the ball as the left winger for False Bay, as his pace is electric. Brent Russell will be happy to see him in full tilt. Back in possession is False Bay. Well, I mean, they are getting opportunities, but yet again, unforced errors. Hamiltons, they are dictating the matters in this first half.
Yeah, and another, discretion there from the Bay.
I don't know why you'd want to give away a penalty there. Yeah. More often than not, they're just going to kick it out. And that's exactly what Tian Boet has done. And 21 points to 0. I think it's a fair reflection of this half. I think the Bay will come back and look and think to themselves, geez, you know, we had a few opportunities, but we just didn't have enough ball and go forward ball, which is important.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard it from the man, the myth, the legend, Nick Air. Just summing up what has been. I'm real.
I'm real to say to you.
I need to touch you just to make sure you are real. Ladies and gentlemen, do not go anywhere. Fill up your drinks. Go get your energy drinks. We'll be back after this very short break. 21 points to 0 in favor of the home side, Hamiltons. Don't go anywhere. See you just now. 21 points, 2-0 it remains after first half as we're about to start off with the second stanza. Hamilton's enjoying a luxurious lead in this pre-season.
So, Cappy, where you? Double, where you?
To kickstart matches underway. Stephan Oval for Hamilton's.
Are you Cappy?
And we are away. It's a sumptuous kick, but doesn't get over the 10. Well, not the greatest of restarts.
Always under pressure.
False Bay under severe pressure in the scrums in the first half. Would have been interesting to hear what the coaches had to say during that very short huddle. Under the floodlights of Greenpoint, DHL Stadium looking flamboyant in the background.
Right, let's set up, guys. Let's set up.
Courtney February with the red scrum cap is on for False Bay, replacing
Right, listen
Ethan Wasserval.
Go! Fine.
False Bay looking to fix the errors in the first half, especially in set piece, particularly in the scrum time. The official this evening very consistent with the calls. Would it be a pre-season for them as well? Just making sure they get the new World Rugby laws in check before the new season. As of course the tackle height has gone lower. Fralink with the feed. It's another dominant scrum for Hamilton's. Well, a kick downfield from Luke Jacobs finds the foot of Carl Lamb. To be a throw-in for False Bay. Substitute Kamva Mkwali. Finding his jumper, Fralink under pressure. Knocked backwards. Alec Young. Unable to get over the advantage line, but does well to keep position. Fralink looking for some space. The pass of the ball. Here we go with Daniel Hayes. Out one looking for support. Connor Ross. Oh, a bit too over-eager, got too excited as the former under-20 player. Back in possession is Hamilton's, looking for touch, finding the palms of Luke Jacobs, who slows down play. A lot of calls of well done, well done, well done from both sides. Hamilton's did very well to scramble. False Bay, they need to make sure that they are much more focused with ball in possession in the green zone, because that's where it matters the most. Inches away from the try line, and Kavam Kwali under pressure the lineouts, finding his jumper. Oh, that has gone skew. Under pressure, great contest, wrist full forward, excuse the pronunciation.
I'll take that one.
The co-captain, a former Marty 2024 USA player.
And look, they went for the line out because they
Oh,
weren't
there
gonna
we go
scrum, were
again.
they?
Frolic under pressure. Who's there to gather? Oh, lovely pickup. That is a Captain Abri Kutsia. As a hooker myself, I'm under pressure. Out while they go. Oh, unfortunate pass. Down wide. But the bounce of the ball favors the home side. Up to the wing. Travis Ismail. Very quiet first half. But of course, that experience is very loud. They must just make sure they don't give him space.
Yeah, the man's got pace. We've seen that man on a sevens field.
Goodness.
Lineout's really not going well either. And again, just not finding the lineout jumper. False Bay struggling when it comes to their first phase.
Strong carry. Alec Young, quite first off, looking to add on some weight. He's quite a heavy man. First phase ball. Fralink. Contestable box kick has been missed. Corner Ross for False Bay. Hamilton's territory. Outward. Fralink, more favored position. Here we go is Alec Young with his second carry in a short space of time. Fralink playing same side. Here we go again is Mark Taylor. Luke Jacobs runs into a stop nonsense.
Not on the ball. No, leave it now. Leave it.
Fralink back to Alec Young. They have to be patient in position.
Advantage, slowing the ball down.
Taylor out wide. Mintz smothered by red, black and gold jerseys. Fralink, show and go. George Gregan might have retired, but Darlin Fralink will bring him back out of retirement with that pass back in the fringes. Pillar and post, very much away.
That's much better now from the Bay.
Too slow.
Getting those phases together and making sure they recycle the ball well. Now it's important to make sure they get this line out. They need to win a decent line out. Get themselves back into the game. 21 points down. You need to score first.
You need to score first. Gwali under pressure in those lineouts, and the Hammies would have identified that. They don't contest, finding Alec Young. Rolling maul initiated. All the tries have been scored in that position by Hamilton's. Can False Bay replicate? Not going anywhere though. Still in possession though is the Bay. Hamiltons have a bunch of good swimmers. They have to make sure they don't swim around, but they do just enough to turn that ball over. That's a coach killer.
An absolute coach killer. Yeah, the Bay coach is not tearing their hairs out. They've just got themselves in the right position and unable to hold on to the ball at the back. And the chances that are going awry now.
So the guys are telling me I need to talk a little bit louder. Is that better, boys?
I think it's a Dalian thing.
All right, there we go. No, I was trying to be a little bit quiet, as the expert. You always try to, I'm not so excited.
Oh,
Get a little more excited about this. I've just had to push cars out of the way in the parking lot. Club rugby problems.
These Dalians.
Yeah, but again, like False Bay, it's just when they're in the right area of the field, a silly error at the back.
Right, listen up.
And now it's up to Hammies to make sure they can exit properly. Because False Bay's still right here. It's just don't need to give away a penalty. Just let Tian Butters kick out and they give it. Geez, the commentators curse. Shut your poop mouth, Nicky.
Please. False Bay now surrendering 10 meters in great real estate. Hamiltons are happy with that mistake from the visitors. Tian Butters. He will be happy with the strike, just not the trajectory. Because right now, Werner Lawrence goes to the back. Well, that's a huge, oh my word. Come from Kwali.
Yeah, but the referee said we hadn't even started anything yet. Not too sure what is going on.
He escaped a very hot video session on Monday.
Clearly.
Back again, Lawrence. Oh, sumptuous throw, finding a full forward who has been the main recipient. On the lineouts, a strong carry, Lars Lambrecht. Ladies and gentlemen, out wide, Hamilton's making it so easy to evade the first tackler. Line integrity from False Bay, found wanting,
Right, use it now. Stay
but they've got the real estate opportunity. Buerta. Here we go, Luke Jacobs with his left boot. Oh, sumptuous kick downfield. Oh, what a kick.
Brilliant from Jacobs. That's what you want. Was it just outside of the
I thought it's
halfway
not
line?
22.
This could have been a 20 or not, just inside the 22. Just
Well-
half a meter. Could have been a 50, 22.
Almost.
So there's a
Lovely kick from Luke Jacobs, who happens to be a sports marketing specialist. Christian Zitzman making his way off. Wholesome changes here from the home side.
And this is the great thing about Hammy's. Hammy's got lots and lots of depth. You know, SLA champions from last year. Everybody wants to join a winning club. Great setup. Not a great line out, to tell you that.
But great enough to keep possession. Well, I spoke too soon at losing it. False Bay right now. They have to make sure. Cool, calm and collective, as you can see as well. Lukanya Nomzanga, former Border Bulldogs player, former teammate of mine back in the Border Bulldogs. They will need as much experience as possible right now, as of course he's a massive hitter. They need to make sure they secure this set piece. Kamvam Kwali under severe pressure in the line-outs. Deep breaths is what's needed from False Bay. Well, that's not going to help his cause, is the hooker. Because Hamilton's in possession. Oh my word. Book your bus ticket next week because this one is full. Hamilton's on the prowl. Here comes the home side. In the 22. Happy to be patient in possession. Showing the experience. Stephan Oval. No pressure there. He could have maybe stayed for one more second just to make sure he gets much more distance on the kick.
Set phases once again, just costing the Bay. And I think the coaches will be really looking hard at this. Of course, I mean, the Hammies guys are getting up and putting the Bay under a lot of pressure, but still. And there again, the timing just off. Jeez, very lucky to grab that.
Nomzanga, first carry. Here comes the former Border Bulldogs opposite flanker. What a machine. Lost that ball in contact. Hamilton's doing everything right in their own half.
On the money.
Yet again, Zander Botha with his educated right boot. Finding safety for Hamilton's, but not safe enough to get out of their half.
I mean, this is the problem though. I mean, the Hammies can kick out as much as they want. They put the Bay under so much pressure at line-out time. Let's hope they get their timing right. There we go. Much better from the Bay.
Out wide. Ross in possession. Nomzanga. Fralink, opposite side. Back to Ross. Here we go. Lindo Ngusane, the brother of Kanya Ngusane. With his arm out is the official. Out wide. Zololo and his Nizana Z. It's Ramadan. He's using Allah to get over the advantage line. All playing on the advantage.
Coming back for the penalty. Lots of penalties now from Hammies. They need to be careful. But you can just feel the momentum switch here, a little swing of momentum. The Bay really starting to grab this game by the scruff of its neck and starting to take a lot of possession now. This is what they were missing in the first half. But of course, their first phase, their set pieces letting them down.
100%. I mean, of course, similar opportunities in the first half, but they just could not execute that last pass. Mkwali. Another opportunity. They go to the back, stolen again by Hamilton's.
The coaches have got no hair left.
right balls available.
They must just not take the skin. Shaping up here is John Boetes. Was that from the side? Well, False Bay,
pressure,
I will
great
speak
pressure.
about opportunities until they execute because they are getting a lot of opportunities. It's just making sure that they get over the advantage line. Yet another great opportunity here from False Bay. Wholesome changes in their front row. Liema Mangmu, Nizar Nazir completing that front row substitution. Ethan Vassifal, Tariq Allen just making way for the subs.
As I said, you can feel a bit of argy-bargy going on here now too, and the referee just wants to calm things down. The Hamiltons have substituted a lot of players now, so you can see there's definitely a little bit of unsettled, unsettlement here in the team. And 10 minutes now, the Bay have been on the attack, but they need to convert. You can't come all the way here and not come away with points. And nobody wants 3 in a preseason game. They need to get over the try line. They need to get
5
those
points.
5 points.
100%.
Sit.
The past 10 minutes of being here in the 22, Fralink looking to initiate, show and go from the pivot there, Mark Taylor. Still in the 22, Fralink missed the pass out wide. On the ball, Van Eden, does he get it? Unfortunately not. False Bay still in possession. They need to remain resolute and patient on attack. Mgwali does very well to keep possession, driven backwards on defense. Hamiltons are hunting here.
Hammy's defense looking really solid at the moment.
Fralink,
No! Not supporting your body.
Fralink,
One knee's down.
Atwad, Liam Amangu, Umfenu Lusujamba Sotlatu Sanzanza. False Bay. They're not going anywhere though. They're still having possession but unable to penetrate that red wall. Very well collected yet again. Ila amends,
No! 90!
making amends of that missed pass. Another pass was at the right decision because now Hamiltons are back in position. Very unfortunate from False Bay.
I think it was only a matter of time. They weren't really getting over the advantage line and not much happening. But again, they will kick out and the Bay will get another opportunity. If Hammies really want to try and get out of this half, they should maybe just kick downfield and go and just defend.
Yeah, the kryptonite here for False Bay are their set pieces, line out and scrums. Not really getting their rhythm. In general play, they are running the correct lines. They are adding some great intensity on attack and just making sure they get over the advantage line. It's just that last pass, those 50-50 passes, maybe it's not working right now.
Yeah, but also on attack, it doesn't look like the Bay are getting much go forward on the ball either. The Hammies defense is looking pretty solid.
Yeah, solid. Hamiltons, they're always happy just to bomb it outside to touch because they are going to contest in the line-outs. False Bay scratching their heads, just making sure that they fine-tune all those combinations before the start of the inaugural Western Province Super League A. Much better for Mkwali. Out wide, Ross. Midfield, Adwad yet again. The substitute, Lindong Musane, looking to start in the first team. Oh, was that a knock on? Oh my
Oh, that is
word.
very unlucky.
Mike Taylor.
I don't know. I was standing on the top. I thought he grabbed that. But unfortunately, the referee is in a much better position than we are. Yeah, and it's just those small little things that just break that rhythm. Rugby is all about rhythm.
100%. Well, I guess that's what preseason is for. Make your errors where you need to make your errors, but not costly errors. Because right now, uncharacteristic error from Mark Taylor. He was looking to make the pass out wide to Eli Mens.
Locks in.
And just behind us in the commentary booth, or can I call it the commentary roof, an exhaust pipe happening here behind us. Maybe False Bay can have some venom in the scrums. Because Zando Poeta has had a phenomenal game thus far. Feeds again for Hamiltons. Much better scrum here from False Bay, but the second shot from Hamiltons showing who's boss. Out while they go is Boetes.
Alright, no.
Christoph Smith is also in his park. Using their big forces, Hamiltons, taking advantage of opportunity. Hamiltons
Tackle!
flirting with the 22. Boeta, lovely pass. Janssen, the co-captain.
hands.
Talk about skill. Out while we go yet again.
Oh! Jeez!
What a hit!
My ribs cracked there.
That hit is so big it should make the Billboard Top 100. False Bay, not going down without a fight. Winning that penalty.
Listen,
What a
that tackle
massive
just
hit.
put False Bay back into this game. My word.
Sometimes that's what you need.
Who was that? Jeez, take your hat off. Look at it. The high fives. You can feel the energy now from the Bay. The Bay are back.
That's what they needed.
I need to ask the camera crew for a replay or TMO decision right here on the roof. Massive hit. A hit like that looks like a Lukanyo Mzanga. From False Bay. Phenomenal hit down in the midfield. Sorry, this shop is closed. Try again tomorrow morning.
Nick Rowe back on the field. Seems like we need to steady the ship a little bit.
Fralink, Taylor, the substitute for False Bay.
That's the tackler. Yeah.
Fralink yet again, Atwad. This time they're looking for physicality.
Release.
Massive clean from False Bay. Is that the right decision? Shaping for a kick, Taylor. Well, you're not going to find ground, but you will find the throat of Mayor Retief. Hamilton's not complaining at all as long as they've got the ball, exploiting the short side or the home side.
And the thing about Hammy is we know this.
They love to hold on to the ball. Doesn't matter from where they really back
The fact that they can keep possession and just wait for that opportunity.
Pull down.
Rubik.
No advantage, so we'll come back for the penalty. But you can definitely feel that
the Bay have now picked it up a level, which is exactly what this game needs.
Yeah, 100%. But I mean, of course, for False Bay, I mean, there's still zilch on the scoreboard. They've had all the opportunities thus far. The past 20 minutes in this first half, all the opportunities you can ask for, but unable to penetrate, unable to capitalize, unable to execute and get over the whitewash.
I was just looking at some of the sponsors here, especially Motivap, who's the Bay sponsor, and Old Dalian.
Oh, another one.
Another Old Dalian, Greg Haynes, an absolute staunch False Bay man, and an Old Dalian too. He's here tonight, I saw him there. And of course, it's all those old boys that have been part of the Bay and stuff like that, that have kept things going, kept things alive. It's the Bay now. I'm telling you now, Hammy need to watch out. Here come the Bay. Tails are up. So it's there, two things are going to happen.
They need to make it happen. Here comes Taylor. Boot to ball yet again. Was that the right decision?
No, that was...
Luke Jacobs, you've got the quick ball. The ruck was
looks like he's
amazing.
cramping. Might have been a cramp.
Daniel Hayes, or rather Nessa Frowling, a rather quiet first half with Daniel Hayes. I mean, of course, a pocket rocket in his own right. Very explosive, quick off the mark, shimmy shader, but scarce opportunity with ball in hand in the first half.
So Setu, why weren't you at our Friday night 150th gala? I thought you, oh, here come the Bay.
Mkwali, key position, is the hooker. False Bay. They don't want anything else but a 5-pointer here. Hamilton's still very fresh, quick off the mark. At where they go. Another lapse in concentration from the visitors. But very fortunate to keep ball in possession. But Hamilton are not racking. They are getting over. Again, Nazi.
Now that's 2 in a row that Hammies have lost. Heinkrieg will be looking at that with a beady eye.
Exploiting the short side, the substitute. Lindo Ngusane. Atwad, numbers on the outside, but deservingly back in possession is False Bay. Using their pod system. Fralink, Atwad, burst of acceleration from Frisla. Fralink, back into Ngusane, a lovely pass.
Who's on it?
Still
Who's on
in
it?
at 22.
Hammies are on it. That's a Setu, that's the thing. If you aren't able to penetrate after 3, 4, 5, 6 phases, gee, 7, 8, 9th phase, somebody's going to be able to get onto that ball.
Someone has to get over that ball.
And Hammy's defensive effort has been brilliant.
Amazing.
But it's like a different second half here with the Bay absolutely dominating possession and Hammy struggling now at set phase.
100%. You mentioned a very important word. They're struggling, but they're doing just enough to hold False Bay away from the advantage line. Doing just enough not to inside man is working overtime for Hamilton.
Water
For
off,
example,
let's go.
just this penalty here, that's carry
That's fine, no
from
water off.
Ngusana. The very first person that was there was from the inside, taking that ball. Edwin Janssen, the co-captain, stealing that ball, slowing it down, and making sure Hamilton wins that penalty. Phenomenal. You don't coach that.
So where were you on Friday night?
Yeah,
Why weren't you invited? Here it comes into the
I was focusing on my game against Kraaifontein.
You have no idea how amazing it was for our 150th Gali. Friday, the 14th of March, 150 years ago, on the 14th of March,
100%.
we became the Hamilton Rugby Football Club and then became Hamilton Sea Point Rugby Football Club. As we get the game underway again, we'll chat about it again.
100%. And J.R. Wiley, the first captain, the first president, back in that time. But right now, none of these players are presidents. They are captains of their own positions. Because right now, False Bay, under severe scrutiny from the onslaught of the home side, as they make it so easy to get over the advantage line, is Hamilton's taking their time in position. They are happy on the scoreboard. The bounce of the ball is in their favor. I spoke too soon.
Yes, you did. But I forgive you. Millions wouldn't, but I do.
They just make it so easy.
Guys, we also really want to thank the guys from Stadio, Chris Foster and Wynand de Villiers, Bram Kitsia. This is the Stadio 150th year celebrations. They've really got behind us. Without our sponsors, we'd be absolutely nowhere. And Adi Bardenos from the AA Bardenos Family Wines, always very happy to help.
Right, listen up.
On the vineyard front, thank you so much, Adi. And George Ferreira, what a legend. He keeps the fires going at TJ Lakabrai. We'll be giving the man of the matches for all 5 of the games here tonight. Thank you very much, George Ferreira. As now the Bay with a bit of space out wide. Back on the inside they go. This is now big hits coming in from Hammies again. It just seems like there's so many players from Hammies. Just passing it on, forward pass, just rushed again. But we'll come back for a penalty and a yellow card. I don't think any arms were involved. Naughty, naughty. Dylan Freilich now will take the Bay deep into the 22. And this is the chance now the Bay needs to take. No more messing around here in the 22. Hammy's defense has been absolutely resolute. But win the line-out they must, and they don't once again. Sasetu, the Bay really let themselves down at line-out time.
Yeah, well, at this stage, maybe not some concerns as yet, just making sure they found the right combinations, but not the greatest of pre-seasons as far as the Constantia outfit will be concerned. But at this stage, Hamiltons will be happy to show why they are the Western Province Super League A champions in 2024. On the prowl yet again, Luke Jacobs, a sumptuous pass downfield. Who's there to collect? Olela Hoi. Well, unable to keep the ball, but it's a bit scrappy right now because Hamilton, they're not looking any way unfit at this stage. They are hunting for every ball for dear life.
It's been a bit of a scrappy second half now. I think with a lot of changes and saying that again, mistake. Probably the cardinal mistake is not kicking the ball out when you're supposed to from a penalty.
On the prowl, home side, Hamilton's. Oh,
little
lovely
goosey.
step off the right
Not on the
boot.
ball, not on the
Who
ball.
was that?
Not on the
Was
ball.
it Carl Lamb? Patient on attack. Stronger chase from False Bay.
Here we
And
go.
can this be the opportunity for them to score? False Bay finally gets over the whitewash with just 10 left to play in the second half. Bragging rights are at stake. Everything's at stake at this stage.
Yeah, Sisetu, listen, I told you this Bay is a different team in the second half. And that was the defensive effort now.
100%.
That was massive hits, lots of pressure on Hammies, just trying to shovel a bad pass and it becomes a worse pass. And they picked up on the mistake and put one over. Remember, you don't have to be the best attacking team.
100%.
You can turn your defense into attack, and that's exactly what the Bay did right there.
100%. And as much as I'm not a Manchester United supporter, but the great Sir Alex Ferguson once mentioned, attack wins you games, defense wins you tournaments. So right now, False Bay did just enough to score their first points in this game after 70 minutes.
And Hammies obviously had a lot of changes happening now in the second half. They want to give their squad, their very strong, very full of depth squad,
Let's go, guys.
enough playing time. I mean, that's what you want to do.
Let's go, guys. Come on, let's go.
Because you never know who's going to get injured. And we just saw poor old JP Lewis take a really, really bad fall on his ankle.
And Travis Ismail just asking for some airtime. Not MTN, Vodacom or Cell C, but for Tian Buertas to hang it in the air as he's chasing.
There we go.
Almost got it. Is the
we
former
go.
Blue
There we
Bulls.
go.
Here comes Daniel Hayes on the prowl, still on the chase. Daniel Hayes doesn't get put to ball, unfortunately. Oh, what would have been a phenomenal chase. Does well enough for False Bay.
You can just feel
Oh.
the Bay, even their bench, it happened right in front of them. They're excited, they've got they got faith. They believe again. After an absolutely torrid first half.
Oh my gosh. And also for the folks back at home, for the Western Provinces Super League A pre-season, we are playing a rolling subs. I, for one, am so happy about that because after 30 minutes, I'm like, Coachy, how's a breather?
Listen up.
You know, I've never put on Hammy's colours before,
Really?
Sisetu. When we play against Villages in our derby down in 29th, I'm going to become a dynamiter.
Yo,
Finally wearing the famous Hamilton Sea Point colours. I'm so excited.
But you're not
Riley.
aging. You're not aging. You're aging backwards.
Here we go.
What is most.
Here we go,
The
Hammies.
Hamilton's not going backwards. No aging backwards. They're going forward. Right now, ball in possession.
Face out wide.
Outside. They just need to straighten. Hamilton's on the prowl over the halfway line. Looking for support is the substitute. Steenkamp, but conceding a penalty on the 10-meter line. It is helter-skelter at this stage.
What is that
False
for?
Bay.
I didn't see the signal. Not off their, I think off their feet.
Holding.
on.
There we go.
Gee, somebody
quick was
out
that?
wide. Somebody out wide did well there for the Bay.
Does False Bay have like a Serge Betson in the team there? Because that turnover is so quick. Sorry, if you are born after 2000, I'll sit this one out.
Yeah. Man, that Frenchman was a machine.
What a legend.
There aren't many of them, although there's lots of them now.
You good.
I want to talk about DuPont, but yeah, after this game. False Bay
There we go.
Wiley.
2 ball, just win.
finding the jumper, a bit scrappy, still in possession. Backwards, they go. A fraction high, but play on is the call. Hamilton's yet again flooding that ruck. You can just see the intention
Lots
in
of
that
space
ruck.
on the right there.
Oh my word. Was that the right call?
Off their feet,
We didn't survive the count.
says the referee.
Survive the count.
And
Didn't survive the counter. Folks back at home, box smart level 3 in officiating, but I'm not here in the commentary booth with Mr. Nicky.
are you?
No, I'm kidding.
I didn't know. Jeez. I was like,
No,
I was
leave
so surprised. I was like, no way, that is amazing. Maybe you and I should do it together. Oh, great kick.
No, just a level 1 in coaching.
Yeah, there we go.
Just a level 1. Hamilton's just over 5 left to play in what has been an enthralling fixture right here in Greenpoint. Comfortable lead, 14 point is the deficit. False Bay, all the opportunities in the first half, or rather the second half. Can they create something from this pressure that's coming from Hamilton's because it's rolling more? over the 5 meter line, creeping with the 5 meter,
That's fine.
flirting with the whitewash. Hamilton's
Here we go, balls there.
on the prowl,
Left.
looking to put the final nail in the coffin in celebration of the 150th.
Hammies haven't scored in the second half. They'll be disappointed if they don't get anything.
Out here.
Looking to score late in the second half and winning that penalty, not decisions. You already have a 14-point lead. Going for poles is not an option. The touch
No ball.
will be a safe bet.
You pick up
Much closer now for the line-out drive, so one would think if Hammies can get a solid grab at this in the air,
Yeah, sorry to
5
catch
pointers
you there,
on its way.
but I'm not going to say anything now about False Bay not getting back here. But the Varsity Cup 2014, Booker up against the Ike Tigers in Potchefstroom, 3 tries in 5 minutes. Bewildering moment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like
that
once in a
is-
lifetime kind of stuff.
My
That
word,
is.
I'm looking at the time right
Yeah.
now and I'm thinking, False Bay, can they replicate that sensational comeback from Ike Tigers? Or
Yeah, but
rather,
remember that was in a final.
that's a final.
Yeah, it's a final in Paka at the hometown. They're already cheering,
Oh, my
going
word.
mad. Yeah,
guys.
drinking their gummy berry juice that they do there, and yeah, gummy berry juice.
I'm not going to ask what the ingredients are.
Yeah, I used to have gummy berry juice there at
listen
Bourbon
up.
Street
Close.
in.
Oh, Mr. A.
In Potch. I'm older.
Yeah, no, I'm
this is
literally
two-
listening to
year-
you right
the
now.
year
I'm like,
2000.
yeah, I want to Google the stuff that you're saying right now. Mr. A.
So now, this is where they should just practice and take it up, boot it out. Like
Straight up.
practice your exit.
100%, 100%. No points are at stake right now, but just bragging rights.
There you go.
Dylan Frauling in his much more comfortable position at pivot. Educated right boot,
There you go.
winning the penalty for offside.
Well, the timing wrong there, guys.
And they're, you know, Coach Robert would be upset because like, why give away a penalty? We would get a line out in the 22.
As a
Don't
coach,
go offsides.
Timing
as a
wrong,
coach, it makes you
timing.
think.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, after the substitutions being made,
Who was that? You know, why were you trying to be over eager? All we had to do was just calm ourselves down.
heads. Yeah, I guess those are the perks of pre-season because, I mean, you want to stake your claim for the season, you want to get the jersey.
Yeah,
you
video
want to
session
start.
on Monday. I'll
Video
promise
session
you now,
on
on
Monday.
Monday, somebody's going to be in
You'll
trouble.
distraught
Like,
for-
why would you do that?
And that's how you lose the jersey.
Yeah. Well, let's not be that drastic. Like,
I was-
you might
I
learn.
speak from experience.
I have you
I got a yellow card for being too overeager.
I got a yellow card for playing in the ball skew once to a scrum. My only yellow card in my life. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
I was in tears behind the poles. We still used to go behind the poles
the
back then.
worst.
Jumping off it.
But False Bay, they can keep their heads held up high because in the second half, I mean, of course, it is a game of two halves. And in
Ooh,
the
let's talk
second
about man
half,
of the match. Man of the match.
man of the match, very tough. Winning or losing, or just in general?
No, I mean, man of the match has to go to somebody that's really made a big impact. Jeez, eighth man
I hate this part.
from Hammies has been big. Frylink has been like solid. You know, he's been everywhere.
Fine.
But geez, I mean, Kutsia at number 2 has kind of been the difference.
Yeah,
It
I've
is
got
lineouts.
Zander Botha, Hammy's 9, Tian Botha's 10, and for False Bay, I've
Yeah,
got
look at the scrum. Look at the scrum again. Look at that.
Losane. I mean, of course, Hammy's yet again at the back. Lamprecht, just because of that scrum, I'll give it to a forward. Lance Lamprecht.
No. I'd be Kutsia
Okay, balls available.
is the man of the match.
Kutsia.
Kutsia, is it Kutsia?
First half tries. One he assisted, and the other he scored.
And he was,
Hammies.
and he hit all his line-out jumps forward. Are we going to come back for the penalty? Let's see.
I think GSN will need some
Yep.
TMO during the season because that core was a bit fraction.
So we're going Lumbrak.
Lance
Kutsia.
Lamprecht. I'll
Okay.
go with the forward.
No, but we're not going to go
Oh,
Kutsia.
Kutsia. As a hooker myself.
Okay, listen,
I
you're
don't
the
be
lead.
biased. I
I'm the
don't be
expert.
biased.
I'm gonna have to go with Kutsia, and you're gonna have to take my word for it. Kutsia
Okay,
is gonna get himself an amazing Brygrid salt pack Yes, but you must see this thing. It's amazing from TJ Lacabrai. I got really jealous just now when they brought out all these man of the match prizes.
Oh, Nick. What a
No, I did. I was like,
Well, that's a bit net a bietjie skeef. Ja, Adri Kutsia, the former captain in 2023 Kids campaign, and Paul Russ alumni. Today's man of the match. What a champion, what a leader. Not only by talking, but also by action. Accuracy in the lineouts, strength in the scrums, safe in the pick and goes. Took Hamilton straight to France in the Club Rugby World Cup tournament 2 years ago. They were hoping for some silverware, but the experience is what they got. And you could see take a bow, son.
Bind.
False Bay.
again, they mustn't panic. It's not going to, you don't have to run from anywhere. This is
Much
all about your
better, though.
practice. Let's set it up and maybe,
Link, chip and chase.
here we go. Ooh.
Oh,
What a brilliant.
lovely covering from Hamilton. Talk about gambling for life. Knock backwards. Hamilton's in possession, but that might have been a fraction forward. They just have to watch the height of that hit. Nusane looking for the ball. Show and go. False Bay. Can they have the last say? Well, that kick will make it a bit awkward because right now Hamilton's. Oh, lovely skill out wide cross covering from Hoyi, former EP Kings left winger. In the 22. Hamilton's looking to put this game to bed, having the luxury of a 14-point deficit throughout the second half. They've well and truly won this game.
That defense now from False Bay, you know, it's just gotten better and better.
Like, where was this for 70 minutes? False Bay.
Well, the first half, definitely. Where was this False Bay defense first half? Oh.
They've got possession because False Bay need to have the last say right now. Hamilton just need to stop the ball dead. Numbers on the outside. Nusane has to straighten. Who goes
Brilliant.
back inside?
There we
He
go.
straightens. No support. Gets over the 10. They need quick ball. Out while they go. Jacobs goes back inside with his left
Inside.
boot. False Bay on the prowl. Frylink. Sumptuous pass downfield.
Numbers out wide for Bay.
Artois, they need to release. It's False Bay. Flirting with halfway line. They get over. Short pass. Beautiful, sumptuous line.
Luke Jacobs calling for the ball
Frylink.
out wide.
This will be sensational. Two hand. Jacobs looking for support. He finds Ngonga. No support. No one there to clean. Is the daylight? Is the daylight? Play on. Frylink, show and go. That's where he wants to be. In the pivot. Not at the base. False Bay. On the pro. Nomzanga overrunning it. Musana does very well to find Hoyi. Hoyi keeps it in field. Sensational play. This will be a fantastic finish for False Bay. Was there daylight? The ball is stolen.
But my word, what a passage of play. That was something to behold. Absolutely beautiful rugby from the Bay. But it is Hammies that once again just scratch out and get that ball back. But man, that second half was exciting.
Talk about a game of two halves. False Bay, a complete opposite of how they were in the first half, conceding 21 points and only conceding 1 in the second half. They had all the opportunities in the second half, early in the second half to score.
Let's not forget, Hammies did make a hell of a lot of changes there in the second half, so a lot of disruptions. But you can take nothing away from the Bay. Geez, they started winning a few set pieces.
You can
And
tell
when
who's
they-
wearing a Hammy's t-shirt.
And when the Bay get going, they are a beautiful team to watch.
100%.
So, yeah, so it's been a fantastic evening here tonight, and I'm looking forward to the pub later. Let's just also thank our sponsors once again.
100%.
Stadio, you know, the absolute legends that have sponsored our 150th year. TJ Lekker your Eisters. I might be Alvain who dropped them off earlier. I need to come and sort myself out with one of those little grid bra pack things. I lekker and double A Bardenos for the wines. Thank you so much, guys. Without these oaks, and of course Motivaps from the Bay. Without these great sponsors, we'd be nowhere.
100%. You always make me remind of myself of this phrase in Kosa, Isaja Samba is senior, which means one hand washes the other. There's too many sponsors to mention, which are adding to the impetus of what is a great club in Hamilton and in False Bay. Hey, you might be from King Williamstown, but your Kosa needs some work there, Mr. A. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Wednesday sensation. False Bay falling down by 14 points, 21 points to 7 in favor of Hamilton's, who happen to celebrate 150 years of existence. Talk about Ubudala, talk about Ubukhuluwa, talk about Grodman. Ladies and gentlemen, this is pre-season. Stay tuned for what will be an emphatic Western Province Super League A season starting in April. Set to team A, Nick A, signing out.
I'm a daughter.